the Mafia group right there.
I had it right there.
Don't worry, I'll get a little on YouTube.
Oh, he's this side.
My side?
Girls.
Okay. I'll focus on that.
Yeah, that's good.
You don't walk.
So much nicer. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you to the Lakeshore High School Band. Good afternoon. My name is Micah Mulligan, and I've had the pleasure of serving as the Lakeshore High School principal for the class of 2015. We came here together 4 years ago, and this commencement ceremony is their final student production. We will hear the personal thoughts of 3 students this afternoon. It is my pleasure to introduce the first student, Class President Connor Ashley.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Gentlemen, please remove your hands. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Thank you. Mr. Mulligan, members of the board, distinguished alumni, honored guests, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen. As I stand here today, it's hard to ignore the fact that our lives and our world are changing around us. Today, as soon as we receive our diplomas, we end our tenure as students here at Lakeshore, and we'll say goodbye to friends, teachers, and mentors. Today, when we leave this building as students one last time, we will carry memories, some of triumph, others of defeat. But what we'll understand more than ever is the reality that Lakeshore and its teachers have prepared us for all that awaits us in the future. Thank you, Mrs. Carr, for teaching us how to love learning and showing us all that our nation's capital can offer. Thank you, Mr. Jager, for showing us that dedication to our work is the only way we can truly achieve success. Thank you, Mrs. Landeck, for showing us just how tricky Ricky can be. Thank you, Mrs. Miller, for teaching us the power of commas in a series and the consequences of our conjunctions. Thank you, Mr. McKean, for showing us that laughter at ourselves is one of life's most powerful tools. Thank you, Mr. Chorney, for teaching us the gravity of our actions. Thank you, Mr. Keller, for showing us the power of psychology, that everyone is given obstacles in life, and when we overcome those obstacles, that's when we truly achieve greatness. Thank you, Ms. Sloan, for teaching us how to write like the scholars we truly can be, and how to accept and grow from criticism. Thank you, Coach Lamanna, for showing us the honor of military service, and reminding me every day of the love you have for Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi. Thank you, Mr. Adler, for introducing me to politics and being there for me in one of my darkest of hours. And thank you to all the educators and administrators and parents I have not expressed gratitude towards in this speech. Every single one of you has contributed to our success and should be thanked. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise and help me thank these great men and women with a round of applause. Most of us are looking towards the future, but to understand what we can achieve, we must remember the past. We must remember how we represented our class with distinction in Washington, D.C. during our 8th grade trip. We must remember how we scored the highest on statewide reading test scores and got to run out of the giant helmet screaming our heads off. We must remember the time many of us led our band to the hallowed beaches of Normandy, France on the 70th anniversary of the D-Day invasion in Operation Overlord. We must remember that we survived the eternal construction project that is Lakeshore High School. I stand before you today as the president of the class of 2015. I stand before you today as a representative of all this class has accomplished and will accomplish in the future. I stand before you today as a Lancer who takes great pride in this school and the community it represents. I stand before you today as a member of the class seated before you who, while looking towards the future, will not forget the past. Now, Lakeshore class of 2015, Lancer Nation, your future awaits you. Go and take it. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is David Shane, and I'd like to thank you all for being here to celebrate the graduation of the Lakeshore High School class of 2015. We all came here from somewhere to get to Stockman Stadium today. I'm sure many of the friends and family here drove hours this morning to watch their loved graduate receive their diploma, and some of my classmates have made the drive from New Buffalo or Watervliet, as they have every school day for the past 4 years. But what I really mean when I say that we all come here from somewhere is that we all come from our past. Most of us can pick out one or several events in our lives that have truly shaped who we've become. For me, that event was the loss of my mother. She was diagnosed with breast cancer when I was 5 years old, so I never really knew what it was like to have an active mother. She still made me dinners and tucked me in at night, but I never had the chance to play tag with her in my backyard or catch a football thrown from her arm. My mother's health went up and down for about 5 years, but in the summer of 2007, the doctors could do nothing more, and she spent the last month of her life in our house surrounded by her family. I laid next to my mother on an early August summer day and literally felt her last breath go in and out of her lungs. There's something about watching a person close to you die. It really changes your perspective on the world, and as a 10-year-old, it made me realize how fragile and short life can really be. Her death was the saddest time of my life, but it sent me on the path to being the man I am today. My mom had homeschooled all her kids through 8th grade, but now I would be going to Roosevelt Elementary for 5th grade. That transition was a rough time for me. I had no idea how school worked, and I wasn't used to being out of the house for 8 hours a day. I also wasn't used to learning with 20 other kids. On my first math test in 5th grade, I got a C-. I said the square root of 36 was 9. Now I work at Mathnasium, and I'll be a math major next fall. I also struggled with making friends for a while. I was kind of an outsider at first and didn't really feel like I belonged, but halfway through the year I made some great friends. Middle school is a weird time for most kids, and it's also the time that your class starts to grow together. We all remember the April 20th graffiti on Mr. Tetzloff's window and Andrew attempting a backflip off his heater. We all remember the girl fight that Mr. Shepard broke up with his bare fists and Keith caught on video. We remember our favorite teachers, who was dating who, and probably getting in trouble a couple of times. High school has been the birthplace of even more wonderful and terrible memories, from our various sports titles and appearances to having the most 5s ever scored on the APUSH exam at Lakeshore to switching to the nasty baked fries sophomore year. I loved the fries we had freshman year, and the last 3 years weren't really the same without them. Thanks, Obama. On a more serious note, I want everyone to realize that for every single happy memory from high school, there's a sad memory in someone else's mind or your own. High school is a time where many struggle with who they're going to become. I lost my mother at a young age, but I'm sure many of my classmates have gone through far greater sufferings in the past 4 years. Everyone has events in their past that they'd rather not remember, and everyone has done something that they seriously regret. Almost everyone has called someone else an offensive word or phrase, and everyone has been probably called one of those as well. And I'm sure there are those of us who experience that daily. There are some of us who I'm sure hate leaving school every day because of a difficult situation at home, because of a difficult past. We all have a certain measure of fear that's built up because of the difficulties of the past and because of the uncertainty of the future. At a college graduation, actor Jim Carrey once said, "Fear is going to be a player in your life, but you get to decide how much. You can spend your whole life imagining ghosts, worrying about the pathway to the future, but all there will ever be is what's happening here, and the decisions we make in this moment, which are based in either love or fear." I'm up here today to ask something of my class. I want to ask all of you to make every single decision in your life based on love. Because we base so many of our decisions on the opinions of other people, on fear of unacceptance. We face pressure from our past, our parents, our friends, our family, our teachers and administrators, and societal standards to make certain decisions about our future. We've all heard the get your life together speech. You've got to go to college, you've got to get in an expanding field, you've got to make money, you've got to buy a house, you've got to get married, you've got to have X number of children, you've got to retire at 67 and a half, and you've got to die at 78. And I want to ask you all to completely ignore that. People that say those things are afraid. They're afraid of breaking from tradition. They're afraid of poverty. Most of all, they're afraid of making mistakes. And fear can be frighteningly contagious, but I'm asking you all to resist that. Do what you love. And if you don't know what that is, go out there and make some mistakes. I'm sure you'll find it. Surround yourself with people that you love. And if you haven't found any yet, keep searching, because they're out there. In the words of George Sand, there is only one happiness in this life, to love and be loved. And at the end, our happiness is the only thing we have left. So class of 2015, go out there and find it. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We got a special treat for you this afternoon. And I'm not talking snacks. I'm talking, we got a special guest. His name's Andrew Branch. He's hailing from the future, fresh out of a time machine. Everybody, big round of applause for Andrew Branch.
I will show you Connor in the front row.
Salutations, my fellow Lancers. I hail from the future. I have been sent from times of world peace and where a global economy flourishes, and the nation's deficit has been turned into cold, hard cash profit. It is my duty to reassure each and every one of you that you will achieve every aspiration you've ever imagined possible. I have witnessed incredible achievements, from a Lancer being sworn into the oath of the Oval Office to another stepping foot on Mars. In fact, one of you young, bright Lancers goes on to engineer the time machine that brought me here just a couple seconds ago. I have seen your dreams play out before you, and in retrospect, we have changed the entire world. The year 2050 is filled with successful Lancer alumni spanning across the entire planet Earth and even the edges of the universe in outer space. It is my honor this afternoon to bless your ears and brains with a little piece of poetry I wrote in honor of the 2015 Lancer graduating class, in hopes it will fulfill the sacred prophecy. From the first day to the last, from the best day to the worst class, to the pop quiz that we didn't pass, and each essay a pain in the hands. A plan we never had, today as scripted as the last. High school taught us nothing more than how to pass the class. And And here we are today, just another day in May, with our teachers and classmates preaching speeches to pave our way. Go to college and take knowledge, be a doctor or engineer. Tell us all to succeed in life, it's all we want to hear. Get your diploma, earn a degree, turn your knowledge into a career. Dedicate your life to a paycheck while coming closer to an end that's near. We're all alive and we all will die, but the end should not be feared. Memories of the past are like life's omnipresent rearview mirror. We can always look back on the unforgotten, but live in the past and you'll forget to steer. What drives your life is solely you. Create the road in which you adhere. Visualize your perfect life and be amazed at what will appear. Life is but a hazy dream, and the journey is making it clear. Success is self-determined, don't give in to popular notions. Money doesn't make a man, happiness is a simple chemical potion. A perfect balance of endorphins, dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin. Find your way, keep your body in motion and mind open. Experience is worth more than knowledge, so learn from everything. Be grateful for waking up, make every day worth remembering. Every day between the first date and the day you gave her the wedding ring, fear nothing other than not accomplishing one of the many things and settling for less than the best. You can do anything. And as cliche as it sounds, think about what you have heard from me. Determine your purpose, be yourself without uncertainty. Pursue what is worth it, be the goals that you're aiming to be, create your life and change the world simultaneously. Be the most successful graduate of Lancer history. Setting your goals too low is the only mistake that goes unseen. After today, we will never be a senior again, until we're 65 and classified as a senior citizen. And at that time, hopefully we all can rewind and relive on all that we've done and be happily content. We are all unique and we will take our lives to different places. Our commonalities are all on a different basis. Change is the only constant, so avoid mental stasis. Be the change you want and surround yourself with like faces. Realize what can be controlled and what is out of our range. Seize every opportunity, be afraid of staying the same. But there's only one thing we will share throughout this change, and that's the Lancer red blood that runs in each of our veins. You heard it here, folks. The future is what we make at Lancer High School. Carry out what I've foretold and we can redefine our generation, from the stubborn attention deficit troublemakers of our childhood to the men and women who shaped a perfect world because we refuse to be anything besides what we've always dreamed of. I know we will all achieve whatever it takes to make looking in the mirror every morning the best possible feeling one can imagine. I know this because I've already seen it. I've witnessed you individuals sitting before me accomplish the same things deemed impossible by our parents and educators. I bear the good news that Ryan Potts does in fact eventually get a girlfriend and ends up marrying the love of his life at Trine University Stadium after 12 failed marriage proposals and the deportation of 4 mail-order brides. Let that ride out. And despite losing the election of 2036 by the sway of 1 vote, Connor Ashley actually wins the 2040 election of the United States of America after re-evaluating some of his political viewpoints and ideologies. I can say for myself, I voted for him the second time around after he changed those political viewpoints and ideologies. I myself stepped foot on the moon at age 29, and I made sure Mr. Brunner and Mrs. Cox were the first people to hear of my great achievement. Anything is possible, ladies and gentlemen, and I can't stress that enough. This message is not directed just towards the people graduating today, but it is meant for all. Mike Mulligan's hair grows back, for gosh sakes. If that doesn't tell you the future holds nothing but miraculous accomplishments from all Lancers alike, then I don't know what is. I could go through each one of you and tell you the incredible life you have in store, but I think by now you're all well aware. Follow your destiny, my eternal classmates. Though we graduate today, here in the year 2015 for the first and last time. We will be able to relive this moment and our memories. And for some of you, if you can afford a time machine, you can do it in real life just like myself. We will always be Lancers at a molecular red blood cell level, and that is the deepest connection to success you will ever need. Spread your wealth of happiness and expect nothing in return, and you will always benefit from benefiting others. Now that I have preached what I sent myself here to preach, I think it is my time to go back to my time. I hope to see you all in the future, but little do you know, I already know I will see you in the future because I'm from the future. So I guess it's to see you soon, folks. This is only the paradoxical beginning of the end. Fulfill the sacred prophecy, Lancers. Goodbye, Lancer High, and hello to the future.
I'll try to zoom in on Connor. He's in the front row. You'll see 4 girls in white, and then Connor's right next to him.
For those of you I haven't had an opportunity to meet, my name is Phil Freeman, and I'm the superintendent of this wonderful district. I got to tell you, one of my mentors once told me, good piece of advice, never follow anyone who makes a better speech than you're prepared for. Unfortunately, I have to continue. Well, it's good. We'll continue anyway because we have some honored guests here, and it's my pleasure to recognize, first of all, the members of the class of 1965. While for the graduates that are sitting here today, that might seem like that's going to be a long time in coming. For those in the class of 65, it seems like yesterday maybe that they were sitting right where you are today. It was a different time in 1965. While this proud group was in high school, they witnessed the assassination of a president, the arrest of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. at Selma, Alabama, and an escalation of a war in a faraway place called Vietnam. In fact, many of these alumni left high school with the specter of heading off to war. Still, on the home front, the nation was singing to the songs of something called the British invasion. Songs like Help, I Can't Get No Satisfaction, Mrs. Brown, You've Got a Lovely Daughter. And of course, the hills were alive with The Sound of Music, the Academy Award-winning movie that year. New television shows came on air the year they graduated, ones that still make us laugh today, at least me. And when you could find one of them on the 3 available channels, you could watch programs like Green Acres, Hogan's Heroes, I Dream of Jeannie, and Get Smart. And in honor of our last speaker, Lost in Space came on in that year as well. To the chagrin of many parents and principals at that time, 1965 also marks the first appearance of the miniskirt. And in talking to some of the graduates today, if it hadn't been so chilly, they'd be sporting their miniskirts today. They say that we'll never understand the kids of today. It is more likely that they will never understand the graduates of 1965. While they are taking selfies on their cell phones, we're still digging in our pockets to find a dime so that we could find a payphone booth and make a simple phone call. And also when we had rules in 1965 on things like you can't wear a thong under your graduation gown, they meant flip-flops, not underwear. So I want to congratulate the class of 1965 and thank you for coming here and sharing in our celebration. Everybody, the class of 1965. I was also honored to be charged today with presenting the Lakeshore Distinguished Scholar Alumni Award for 2015. The award recognizes a Lakeshore, Baroda, or Stevensville High School graduate who has excelled in their profession as well as demonstrated strength of character and citizenship. These distinguished alumni serve as models that inspire and challenge today's students. This year's distinguished alumni graduated 30 years ago this week in 1985. A 1989 graduate of Calvin College, he earned his master's degree in education in 1990 at UCLA. He began his teaching career in California, where in 1995 he was a finalist for the California Teacher of the Year. Fortunately for us, shortly after, he returned home to Lakeshore High School, where he began his teaching career in 1997. Along with being a teacher, he has assisted in coaching many of our teams, including both boys and girls basketball. From 1986 through today, our distinguished alumnus has also been a young life leader. He is currently a lead teacher at Storyline Church. Most important, our distinguished alumnus exemplifies the tenets of the award. He serves as a model that inspires and challenges our students every day at Lakeshore High School and in the community. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to the 2015 Lakeshore Distinguished Alumni, Michael Gathright.
Superintendent Freeman, and thank you to the Lakeshore Excellence Foundation for this award. It's an incredible honor, and I'm truly humbled to receive it on behalf of all of the graduates of Lakeshore High School. To be honest, it came as quite a shock because, frankly, I've been snubbed for so many awards over the years. Apparently, 6 points and 12 turnovers a game were not good enough to be the 1985 Athlete of the Year or inducted into Lakeshore's Athletic Hall of Fame. So, this Distinguished Alumni Award will be displayed proudly in our home next to some other awards I have managed to win in my time here at Lakeshore. The 1976 Lancer Basketball Camp Best Ball Handler Award, Session 1 and 2. And of course the award that I'm most famous for here at Lakeshore, the 1981 Lakeshore Junior High School Best Dancer. This opportunity to speak at graduation also serves as a bit of redemption for me, as exactly 30 years ago my senior speech was rejected, I suspect for the reason Mr. Branches was accepted. And that was because I focused too much on speculation, they said, as I predicted a future in which the United States would win the Cold War without firing a shot, where computers would become increasingly smaller and more powerful and linked in a World Wide Web, and a small convenience store out of Arkansas would be the best investment opportunity for my fellow classmates. Had I followed my own advice and invested all $72 of my graduation money in Walmart, today it would be worth, well, more than the Panasonic boombox I ended up buying with it. So I've learned my lesson. I'll try and keep this speech on a more practical level. No predictions. 225 years ago, George Washington delivered the first ever State of the Union address. And in it he said this: "There is nothing which can better deserve your patronage than the promotion of science and literature. Knowledge is in every country the surest basis of public happiness." He was speaking, of course, about education and its role in our society, its necessity for far more than any individual's private pursuit of happiness. A year later, in his second State of the Union address, Washington said, "There is no truth more thoroughly established than that there exists in nature an unbreakable union between virtue and happiness." He was channeling Aristotle and his ideas to his young and ambitious nation. It was a caution. To seek your private happiness is disastrous not only for the general welfare, but your own as well. It is a pursuit that renders the community shallow and the pursuer fragile. Just 2 years before Washington took office, Noah Webster, one of the founders of education in America, arguing passionately about the purpose of education in our young country, said this: "The virtues of men are of more consequence to society than their abilities. And for this reason, the heart should be cultivated more than the head." Our founders understood something, built our country upon ideas and principles that have served us very well. The purpose of education is not, first and foremost, to equip you to do well. It is to empower you to do good. And the class of 2015 gives us incredible reason to be optimistic about the future for this very reason. In an era symbolized by the selfie, where we are enticed to make our life entirely about ourselves, this class has pushed back against this age and demonstrated incredible and amazing heart for each other, their school, their community, and the world. This class gets that life is a team sport. And the educational research is beginning to bear out what Washington and Webster knew from the beginning. The good life, human flourishing, is not found in the self-involved, self-absorbed world of self-congratulation. It is discovered in self-sacrificial and self-forgetful service to others, to a goal, a mission, or a community larger than your selfie. Don't get me wrong, I'm not anti-academic. I'm very proud that Lakeshore is in the top 5% of schools academically in the state of Michigan. I'm confident that our graduates are well prepared to be hardworking and productive economic agents in our society. Lakeshore is an excellent and outstanding academic institution, but it is not what we are best at. And the class of 2015 is a shining example. Some call them soft skills. Stanford refers to it as a growth mindset. The University of Pennsylvania as grit. Still others call it social intelligence or life skills. Personally, I like Webster's idea of heart. Call it what you will, but we all know that the good life is about far more than the cognitive abilities measured on standardized tests. This is why my wife and I moved back to Lakeshore to live and work and raise our children, why we've given so much of our adult life to the young people of this district, is because far beyond the academic excellence that we have achieved here at Lakeshore, Lakeshore is in the people business. We are a community that cultivates the heart. That is who we are. That is what we do. That is the secret sauce here at Lakeshore. Allow me to close with just one prediction after all. Graduates, I predict if you'll live life as if it's a team sport, recognizing that no matter what field you go into, you are ultimately in the people business. Continuing to pursue the common good, cultivating your heart and the heart of those around you. In the end, what you'll find is you won't have to pursue happiness, because happiness will be pursuing you. And so it is with great pride and enormous expectation that we unfurl the class of 2015. These outstanding, amazing, and wonderful young people bursting with heart, prepared and poised to do good into the world. From all of us, everyone who has pushed, pulled, nagged, cheered, and supported you to this point, to you, Lakeshore High School's graduating class of 2015, we say congratulations, well done, thank you, and we are counting on you to discover the unbreakable union between virtue and happiness by doing good. That is what education is for. It is the Lancer way, it is who we are, and it is what we do. Thank you, and may God bless the class of 2015.
Before I begin recognizing the honor graduates, I would like to acknowledge the efforts of our custodial maintenance staff today. As many of you know, we were prepared to set up indoors and outdoors, and we're much happier to be outdoors. I would like to thank Mrs. Spletzer for her efforts in organizing the program and everything for today's ceremony, and Mr. Kerr for his help in setting up this afternoon with making us, and his crew for making us sound so wonderful out here. For the honor graduates, on behalf of Lakeshore High School faculty and staff, it's my pleasure to introduce the class of 2015 honor graduates. Students, please stand as I call your name, and we ask that you hold your applause until the entire group is standing. We'll begin with those wearing white cords, signifying 3.5 to 3.69 GPAs. Connor Ashley, Andrew Branch, Noah Bredewig, Carrie Cornwell, Rachel Ettinger, Elizabeth Velbrugge, James Gathright, Noah Hanau, Caitlin Colbell, Colin Larson, Lindsay Ludens, Parker McClure, Rebecca Meyer, Andrew Nelson, Nicholas Peden, Jarrett Slender, Audrey Smith, Megan Steinke, Ethan Willis, Carly Williams, and Rocco Weibel. These are our honor graduates for the class of 2015. Our second group are our high honor graduates, and they're wearing silver cords, signifying they've earned a GPA of 3.7 to 3.899. Again, please hold your applause until the end. Ashley Adams, Stephanie Boucher, Austin Borst, Melissa Bradham, Jacob Brewer, Tanaya Davis, Mallory Downey, Heather Dutton, Alexis Hoffman, John Hugaboom, Chase McGrain, Kelly McGray, Madeline Olson, Peggy O'Neill, Colin Pechtel, Ryan Potts, Karen Zaha, Eric Schmidt, David Upton, Ashley Weber, Valerie Wolf, Catherine Wright, and Jillian Wygonic. These are our high honor graduates. Our final group that we'll acknowledge before we begin presenting the diplomas are seniors graduating with the highest honors, and they're wearing gold cords for signifying they've earned a GPA of 3.9 and above. Again, please hold your applause and students remain standing. Beth Allen, Adam Lamano, Alec Brown, Drew Brown, Isaac Burdick, Sean Callahan, Haley Carter, Rachel Clem, Audrey Conrad, Lindsay Covert, Carly Dubert, Samuel Effa, Cole Gerlach, Samuel Gruber, Samantha Hack, Daniel Harrison, Anna Hayes, Patrick Hill, Morgan Hoosman, Taylor Yoakum, Adam Klingspoon, Jenna Lemon, Adam Luker, Hannah Lall, Haley Malone, Chloe Mandarino, Zachary McAllister, Mallory Mishler, Lacey Olson, Rachel Oddie, Joseph Pisecki, Kelsey Ramirez, Hannah Sanders, Summer Seeger, Elliot Schaefer, David Shane, Kristen Shepard, Emily Small, Bernali Sugas, Jamie Swanson, Brady View, Courtney View, Brady Bain, Courtney View, Kylie View, Megan Wenslaw, Abby Whitmore, and Evan Ziebert. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our highest honors student. If we could have the entire class of 2015, if you would please stand. On behalf of the Board of Education, faculty, and staff of Lakeshore High School, I verified the students seated before us today have fulfilled the graduation requirements set forth in board policies to participate in this afternoon's ceremony. It is with great deal of pride that I present to you the 58th graduating class of Lakeshore High School, the class of 2015. Presenting the diplomas today will be Board President Mark Whitwell, Vice President Mike Welch, myself, and Assistant Principal Brad Brunner. And to announce the class, we'll welcome back to the podium Class President Connor Ashley.
Woo, Connor!
Okay, let's get started.
Oh, I love him.
Ashley Adams, Blake Aarons, Beth Allen, Dakota Allred, Gabriella Andrews, Katie Ashby, Christopher Baird, Haley Barchke, Stephanie Boucher, Saskia Bent, Matthew Beelman, Owen Bashirs, Danny Blankenship, Tatiana Blaylock, Adam Blamato, Taylor Nicole Bone, Nolan Parrish, Austin Bors, Noah Braidaway, Andrew Charles Branch, Megan Bronicky, Jacob Brewer, Alec Brown, Jay Brower, Mallory Brown, Drew Brown, Tiffany Bird, Isaac Burdick, Sean Callahan, Ryan Burkett, Douglas Carson, Christian Campbell, Margaret Colley, Haley Elizabeth Carter, Rachel Clem, Abraham Chavez Avila, Audrey Conrad, Jacqueline Connor, London Cook, Ruben Conway, Keela Kuchar, Carrie Cornwell, Jayla Curtis, Lindsay Covert, Ashley DeFries, Tanaja Davis, Tyson Doe, Alexander Dixon, Kathleen Driscoll, Mallory Downey, Heather Marie Dutton, Carly Dubert, Rachel Ettinger, Lindsay Ebling, Brock Emery, Samuel Effa, Kira Evans, Liz Ender, Elizabeth Philbreggi, Jack Farrington, Lydia Ford, Nicholas Farragut, Desiree Fudge, Sam Frobel, James Gathright, Dominique Fudge, Taylor Brocious, Cole Gerlach, Enrique Miguel Green, Chris Green Jr., Samuel Groover, Nikki Gregul, Noah Hanna, Samantha Hack, Anna Haynes, Daniel Harrington, Isaac Hemsack, Victoria Hurd, Alexis Hoffman, Patrick Hill, John Hoogaboom, Austin Hoffman, Elise Hubble, Cody Howard, Alexandra Jacobson, Morgan Hoosman, Taylor Yoakum, Jordan Jensen, Dennis Jordan, Vincent Johnson, Janet Kading, James Youngblood, Ethan Klug, Adam Klingsbach, Kaylin Keeble, Trevor Knuth, Rachel Kupch, Finn Cole, Colin Larson, Justin Kurtelmeyer, Adam Luker, Jenna Lemon, Hannah Lull, Lindsay Ludens, Tyler Majueski, Sydney Lull, Jacob Malinjay, Chase McGrain, Chloe Mandarino, Haley Malone, Zach McAllister, Taylor Rain Matheny, Noah McWiggin, Parker McClure, Kelly Noel McCrae, Stephen McKinney, Rebecca Lynn Meyer, James Melton, Mallory Jo Mishler, Joe Miller, Quayshawn Moody, Isaiah Mitchell, Andrew Nelson, Joseph Nate, Peggy O'Neill, Lacey Olson, Madeline Kate Olson, Andrew Osborne, Rachel Donna Adi, Nick Edith, Colin Michael Pechtel, Shane Pierce, Andrew Phillips, Joe Pazicki, Ryan Potts, Chelsea Marie Ramirez. Hannah Racine. Ian Ranson. Onitris Reeves. Antonio Reyna. Carolyn Stockman.
How's that guy's head look? It's like nice.
Luke Rose. Cassandra Salinas.
I'll call you back if anything else.
John Reed. Hannah Sanders. Abraham Salam. Jared Schlender. Alexis Sanders. Eric Schmidt. Sarah Sharnowski. Summer Seeger. Emily Schmeling. David Shane. Zach Schumann. Kristen Shepard. Elliot Schaefer. Tyler Scholes. Sydney Joy. Emily Small. Ty Schindeldecker. Ryan Sonnenberg.
Okay, so I'm going to announce Connor.
Michaela Sykes.
So you see that. It's coming up in just a minute. And the guy moved out of the way, so you don't have to look his butt in here.
Audrey Smith. Jonah Stoll. Monica Spear. Mernalini Sagoosh. Megan Steineke. Nick Taylor. Zach Stubblefield. David Upton. Jamie Nicole Swanson. Alex Van Dam. He's on the list, sorry. John Timmer. Brady Vane.
He's going to fly.
Courtney View. Michaela Van Devender. Ashley Weber. Nikisha Latrice Fentress. Megan Winslow. Kylie View. Carly Williams. Ethan Wallace. Cody Woolley. Scott White. Rocco Weibel. Shannon Yeski. Abby Whitwam. Evan Zebar. TJ Williams. Valerie Wolf. Catherine Wright. Jillian Wygonik. Emily Saville. And Charlie Zidda.
Ladies and gentlemen, class president, Connor Ashley.
Class of 2015, please stand. And join me in turning our tassels. On three, we gotta do it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Turn your tassels.
All right, graduates, please be seated, and those members of the choir will be singing next.
I'll spin the fire. We'll call you later.
This is a hope that lasts
Thank you very much to the Lakeshore Choir members under the direction of Katie Rohr. At this time, I'd like to thank all the teachers, coaches, advisors, and staff who've helped these graduates all along the way. I'd especially like to thank Mrs. Eberly and Ms. Eddy for serving as the class advisors for the last 3 years. On behalf of the graduates, faculty, staff, and Board of Education, I would like to thank all of you in attendance today for your contributions to these young people becoming graduates of Lakeshore High School. Without your support, encouragement, and probably some tears, these graduates would not be sitting before us today. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as we reflect upon the many accomplishments of the class of 2015, and this day that turned out to be just right for this graduation, I'd like to take a moment to think of those who could not be with us today, especially for all the previous graduates of Lakeshore High School. Please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the 50th graduating class of Lakeshore High School. Go Lancers! The class of 2015, you are dismissed!